Welcome back to our channel. You know old is gold, but these rare coins that are most valuable than you think. Don't spend these coins if you have these coins. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, so extraordinary, that it could transform your financial life overnight. Picture a simple Lincoln penny, the kind you might find in your old change jar, suddenly being worth nearly $1 million. Sounds like a dream, right? But for collectors and savvy investors, the 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not just a dream, it's reality. Today, we're going to reveal the secret behind this coin, why it's in incredibly high demand, and how one small mistake by the United States Mint created a fortune waiting for the right owner. Now, before we go any further, let me ask you something. Have you ever dug through old jars of coins and wondered if something you tossed aside as just a penny could actually make you rich? Pause, you might want to check that jar again, because millions have been made from coins that most people overlooked. And this 1971 penny? It's the crown jewel. So, what makes it so special? Here's the twist. In 1971, the US Mint produced pennies for general circulation, but a small batch of them was struck without a mint mark, a tiny detail that most people would miss. But for collectors, this absence is monumental. It's like finding a rare gem hiding in plain sight. And let's be honest, if you had one of these in your pocket back in the 70s, you probably spent it on gum or soda. Imagine the regret now. The 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is rare, and rarity creates value. But value skyrockets when demand outpaces supply. Right now, this coin is valued at an astonishing $978,000. That's right. Nearly $1 million for a coin smaller than your thumb. And here's the thing, the market for these coins is heating up. Collectors, investors, and even international buyers are on high alert, searching for coins that could be their ticket to wealth. Think about it, one overlooked penny could potentially fund your dream lifestyle, luxury vacations, your dream home, financial freedom. The stakes are high. And here's the kicker. There are only a few verified examples of this coin in existence. The scarcity creates an urgency you can feel in the air. If you have even a hint of suspicion that your old pennies might hide this gem, now is the time to act. Waiting could mean someone else beats you to it. And speaking of acting fast, let's sprinkle in a little humor. Imagine the looks on your friends' faces when you tell them a penny in your hand is worth more than their car. Pause for chuckle effect. Yes, it's true. But this isn't just luck, it's history, rarity, and the sharp eyes of collectors coming together to create a moment that only comes once in a lifetime. Here's where it gets exciting. Owning a 1971 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just about money. It's about joining an elite circle of collectors who understand the true value of history and scarcity. It's about recognizing opportunities others overlook. Every year, more of these coins enter private hands, and prices continue to rise. This is the world of rare coins, exciting, unpredictable, and immensely rewarding. If you're sitting at home wondering if your coin jar could be hiding a fortune, let this be your wake-up call. Fear of missing out is real, and in the world of rare coins, hesitation can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. But excitement, knowledge, and action can transform your life. Imagine discovering a coin worth almost $1 million sitting right in your old drawer, and the incredible freedom that could bring. So, check your collections, your drawers, your old change jars. Because that unassuming Lincoln penny could be more than a relic of history. It could be your ticket to the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. And remember, this is not a future speculation, it's happening right now, and every day counts. Rarity, demand, and value are aligning to create opportunities that don't come around twice. Don't let history pass you by, grab it while you can. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare that it could change the course of your financial life forever. Now, what if I told you that one such coin, a 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, is currently worth a jaw-dropping $833,000 in today's market? Yes, you heard that right, $833,000 for a single penny. For most people, a penny is nothing more than spare change, tossed in a jar or under the couch cushions. But for those who know the secrets of rare coins, This one tiny piece of copper represents unimaginable opportunity. Before you roll your eyes and say, "Sure, I'll just check my couch cushions," let me show you why this isn't just luck. It's a treasure waiting to be claimed by someone bold enough to act. The story begins in 1975, a time of transformation in the United States. The economy was shifting, pop culture was booming, and the coins in your pocket were not just currency, they were potential keys to wealth. Most Lincoln pennies are common, but the 1975 no-mint mark penny is different. It's a rare error, a coin that slipped through the U.S. Mint's quality control, and that very imperfection is what makes it so incredibly valuable today. Imagine owning something that nearly everyone overlooked, yet in the hands of a collector or investor, could sell for almost $1 million. The thought alone should make anyone sit up straighter. And here's the kicker: there are only a few of these in existence. That scarcity creates a level of demand so high, it's like owning a ticket to a sold-out VIP concert that everyone is desperate to attend. And before you start frantically searching your change jar, no, finding one in your laundry coins pile is not impossible, but it's unlikely, unless, of course, you've been casually carrying around a fortune without knowing it. How's that for a reality check? Yes, your spare change might be a millionaire in disguise. Now, let's talk about why this coin is not just rare, but highly sought after. The 1975 no-mint mark penny is considered an error coin, a printing anomaly that makes it unique. Most coins are stamped with a mint mark indicating where they were produced, but this penny mysteriously lacks one. Numismatists call it a die error, and in the coin world, these mistakes can exponentially increase a coin's value. What's exciting, and terrifying, is that many of these pennies were likely circulated and unknowingly spent. Someone somewhere may have passed it on as a normal penny decades ago, not realizing it was the equivalent of a small fortune in metal. That thought alone is enough to make anyone feel a mix of fear and excitement. Fear of missing out, and excitement over the possibility that they could be sitting on a hidden treasure. And here's a fun twist. Did you know that coins like this often sell for 6 to 7 figures at auctions? That's right, one small penny can spark bidding wars among collectors willing to pay unimaginable amounts. And while you might think, well, I'll just hold on to it, the reality is that the market for rare coins is more competitive than ever. Buyers today are wealthy, savvy, and willing to pay top dollar for coins in pristine condition. Every day you wait could mean someone else snaps up the opportunity. So, ask yourself, what if the coin you thought was worthless could fund your dream lifestyle, your retirement, or even a luxury vacation you've always imagined? Wouldn't you want to know for sure before letting it slip away? Here's the truth. Rare coins like the 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny aren't just collectibles. They're investments, a tangible asset that can preserve and grow wealth in ways most traditional investments can't. And with the current market value at $833,000, this is your chance to enter a market where scarcity and demand dictate astronomical prices. Imagine attending an auction and realizing that the coin you hold in your hand could be someone else's dream, and that you have the power to turn it into reality. For those who are already holding old pennies, the message is clear: don't overlook them. Examine, authenticate, and connect with the right collectors or coin dealers who understand the true value. This is a market where knowledge meets opportunity, and the difference between a regular collector and a successful seller is recognition and timing. If you've ever dreamed of joining the ranks of wealthy collectors and turning history into tangible wealth, this is your moment. And just imagine this: a single coin, once overlooked, now holding the power to redefine your financial future. The 1975 no-mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just copper, it's a symbol of opportunity, of foresight, and of acting decisively when fortune presents itself. The question isn't whether these coins are valuable. The question is, will you recognize it when it's in your hands? So, go ahead, check that old jar of pennies. Your next fortune might be hiding in plain sight. Because in the world of rare coins, it's not just about luck, it's about knowing where to look, acting with urgency, and seizing opportunities before someone else does. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare that it could transform your life with a single glance. Today, we're talking about the 1976 mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so extraordinary that collectors and investors alike are scrambling to get their hands on it. If you thought a penny was just a penny, think again. One particular era coin from this year has recently shocked the numismatic world and is currently valued at a staggering $989,000. That's not a typo. Nearly $1 million for a coin you could have found in your grandmother's change jar. But what makes this coin so special? And why is it creating such a frenzy among collectors who live for the thrill of rare finds? Let's dive deep. In 1976, the United States celebrated its bicentennial, and coins flooded the market in record numbers. But amid the millions minted, a tiny error slipped through, a subtle, almost imperceptible mistake on a 1976 Lincoln penny. Most people never notice it, and most certainly, they don't realize the fortune it could represent. The fear of missing out here is real. Just imagine discovering a coin worth nearly $1 million hidden in a drawer, or worse, throwing it into a jar without knowing its value. The thought alone is enough to send shivers down the spine of any serious collector, or anyone who's ever dreamed of striking it rich with a simple coin. Now, let's pause for a second. Did you know that some people have literally walked past fortunes sitting in their kitchen drawers? Yeah, it's wild. You could almost picture a modern-day Indiana Jones rummaging through pennies, muttering, "There it is, my $1 million penny!" So, what exactly sets the 1976 mint mark Lincoln penny apart? It's the error. Specifically, a minting mistake that occurred during production, making this coin one of the rarest and most highly sought-after pennies in the United States. Experts and seasoned collectors describe it as once in a lifetime, and with good reason. There are only a handful of verified examples in existence, which instantly elevates its rarity and value. But here's where it gets truly exciting. The current market value isn't just a number, it's a reflection of the growing demand. Collectors are competing fiercely, and serious investors see this as a tangible asset that could appreciate even further. That $989,000 valuation isn't static. It's a snapshot in a market that has only one direction for a coin this unique: up. And here's the kicker: every day that passes without someone checking their collection, that opportunity could be slipping away. And let's be honest, who doesn't want to own a piece of history that could also be a life-changing financial asset? This isn't just a coin. It's a ticket to joining an elite club of collectors who understand the true power of rare numismatics. Quick question: when was the last time you checked your spare change? No, really. Before you empty your wallet into the couch cushions, imagine one of those pennies winking at you, silently saying, "I'm worth more than your car." Funny to think about, but for some, this is reality. Now, here's the most important part. If you own a 1976 Lincoln penny, or even suspect you might, you cannot afford to ignore it. The market is moving fast, and demand has never been higher. Collectors, investors, and even auction houses are constantly on the lookout for these rare treasures. Every day that coin sits unnoticed is another day that someone else could seize the opportunity, and you could miss your moment. Think of it this way: that tiny coin could be the key to your next investment move, the centerpiece of a collection, or even the story you tell at dinner parties that leaves everyone in awe. It's proof that extraordinary wealth often comes in the smallest packages. The fear of missing out is real, the excitement is tangible, and the opportunity? It's now. So don't let it slip away. Take a moment to examine your collection, check that old jar of coins, and see if you might just be sitting on a fortune. The 1976 mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's highly demanded, it's historically significant, and it could be yours to claim. The question is, are you ready to discover it before someone else does? Because in the world of rare coins, timing isn't everything, it's the difference between a missed opportunity and a life-changing moment. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in your hand, a humble 1-cent coin, unassuming, almost invisible in a pile of change. But what if I told you that this small, seemingly ordinary penny could make you richer than you've ever dreamed? That's right, a 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, an era that has collectors and investors scrambling worldwide. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of this coin, why it's worth over $800,000 today, and why you might already have one in your possession without even realizing it. Stay with me, because missing this could be the most expensive oversight of your life. Now, before we go deeper, let me ask you something. When was the last time a coin in your pocket made you question everything about money? That's exactly the kind of thrill we're talking about. And yes, this is not your typical collector's item. We're talking life-changing, millionaire-making potential in the palm of your hand. Let's rewind to 1978. America was alive with change. Disco was king, Star Wars was captivating hearts, and in the quiet corners of the U.S. Mint, a rare mistake was made. Most Lincoln pennies proudly carry a mint mark, a tiny D for Denver, an S for San Francisco. But a handful of these coins were released without any mint mark at all. A small oversight? Maybe. A golden opportunity? Absolutely. Here's where it gets thrilling. The 1978 no mint mark penny is not just rare, it's extraordinarily rare. Experts estimate fewer than a handful exist in pristine condition. Imagine owning something so rare that collectors are willing to fight tooth and nail, and write six-figure checks, to make it theirs. The fear of losing this opportunity alone is enough to make anyone's pulse race. And here's a little secret that will make you chuckle. Most people think pennies are worthless. That's like walking past a diamond mine thinking it's just a rock garden. The irony? That worthless penny could be the key to a financial legacy. I know what you're thinking. Could it really be worth $807,000? Yes, and here's why. Market trends in rare coin collecting have exploded over the last decade, especially for Lincoln cents with anomalies. Collectors aren't just buying coins, they're buying history, rarity, and exclusivity. Now, let's pause for a moment. Picture the scene. A wealthy collector in New York notices your penny on eBay, or maybe in a dusty drawer at home, and immediately knows its value. That moment could define your financial future. That's the urgency we're talking about. You don't want to be the person who misses this. So what makes the 1978 no mint mark penny worth such astronomical sums today? It's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and pristine condition. Collectors are actively searching for coins that break the mold, coins that tell a story, coins that have a secret. Your penny could be the hidden treasure they've been dreaming about. Now, let's connect the dots. You might have an old coin jar sitting in your attic, a forgotten drawer full of change, or even some coins inherited from your grandparents. Within that ordinary stash could lie a single penny with the potential to transform your life. Imagine checking your coin, discovering it's genuine, and suddenly having access to a buyer network willing to pay close to $1 million. That's not fantasy, that's reality. And here's the kicker: demand is higher than ever. Rare coins are no longer just collectibles, they are investments, legacy assets, and status symbols. A coin like the 1978 no mint mark penny isn't just valuable, it's an extremely limited supply. Every moment you wait, the opportunity shrinks because these pennies are already changing hands among the world's wealthiest collectors. Missing out now could mean missing out forever. So here's what you need to do: inspect your pennies, check for that missing mint mark, and if you find one, take action immediately. Don't wait for tomorrow to potentially turn a forgotten coin into a life-altering fortune. The excitement, the urgency, and the possibility of joining the elite circle of collectors, it all starts with one small decision. Remember, this isn't just about a coin. It's about claiming your piece of history, your moment in the spotlight, and perhaps your financial breakthrough. That 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny is calling your name, and the world is ready to reward the person who recognizes its value. Could that person be you? I'd say yes if you act now. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could instantly transform your financial reality. Not just any coin, a small, copper disc minted decades ago, but one so rare, so sought after, that collectors are willing to pay nearly $1 million for it today. I'm talking about the legendary 1985 Lincoln penny with a mint mark error, a coin that has quietly become one of the most coveted treasures in American numismatics. And here's the kicker: most people walk past it every day, completely unaware of the fortune they might be holding in their pocket jars or old coin collections. Now, if you've ever dreamt of unlocking a hidden fortune in your spare change, this story is about to change everything. The year is 1985. The United States is booming, Reaganomics is in full swing, and the Lincoln penny has been a staple of American life for over half a century. But hidden within the ordinary, a rare anomaly occurred at the Denver Mint. The 1985 D Lincoln penny, yes, the D for Denver, was struck with a mint mark error so subtle that it could easily be mistaken for an everyday coin. Yet, for the discerning eye, this tiny misprint signals a coin of extraordinary value. Here's where most collectors get it wrong. They assume that because a coin is recent, it can't be worth much. But history has proven time and time again that one minor error, one production mistake, can send a coin's value skyrocketing. In this case, the 1985 D Lincoln penny error has skyrocketed in value to a jaw-dropping $908,000 in today's market. That's right, nearly $1 million for a coin you could have bought for a few cents in your childhood. Can you even imagine finding that coin in your pocket jar? Pause for dramatic effect. I'd call that the ultimate money under the mattress scenario. But here's the tension: these coins are incredibly rare, and the window to act is closing fast. Collectors around the world are scanning auctions, coin shows, and private collections, all hunting for even a single example of this elusive penny. Every day, more of these pennies are snapped up, sold to private buyers, or locked away in vaults, never to surface again. The fear of missing out is real. Imagine this: you could have the coin in your collection, but if you wait too long, it might vanish forever, potentially leaving a fortune just out of reach. And let's be honest, how many of us have joked about having magic coins lying around, only to laugh it off? Well, this isn't a joke. The 1985 D Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest things, the ones we often overlook, can hold unimaginable value. Some experts even compare this coin to the Holy Grail of modern pennies. Yes, modern pennies. Forget gold bars or vintage stamps. Sometimes, the real treasure is hiding in plain sight, staring at you from a dusty coin tray. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can I spot this coin? What makes it so valuable? Here's the fascinating part: it's all in the details. The position of the mint mark, the alignment, and the subtle doubling that occurred during production. Only trained eyes or certified grading services can authenticate it. But once verified, this coin instantly becomes a centerpiece of any high-end collection and a symbol of wealth, savvy investing, and exclusivity. So here's the exciting truth: if you or someone you know has been sitting on old pennies, or has inherited coin collections, now is the moment to act. The market is at a peak, demand is higher than ever, and serious collectors are willing to pay handsomely for verified, certified examples. Picture this: a single penny that could fund your dreams, create generational wealth, or simply become the crown jewel of your collection. And here's a little secret for motivation. Imagine walking into an auction room, and every eye is on you because you hold a coin no one else has. There's power in rarity, and there's excitement in being the one who knows, the one who acts before everyone else. This is your chance to turn overlooked coins into an extraordinary opportunity. Don't wait. The 1985 D Lincoln penny isn't just a collectible, it's a life-changing piece of history, and it's calling your name. Remember, every day you wait, someone else could be turning a small coin into almost $1 million. And who knows? That coin could already be in your hands. So start looking, start evaluating, and start believing in the treasure that might already be in your collection. This is more than coins, it's your ticket to the extraordinary. Imagine holding a single penny in your hand, a coin you've probably walked past thousands of times without a second thought. Now, what if I told you that this tiny, seemingly ordinary coin could be worth almost $1 million today? That's right, $989,000 for a single 1998 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Your first reaction might be disbelief, maybe even skepticism. And that's perfectly normal. But what if I told you that people just like you, who once tossed aside their change, are now living a life most can only dream of, all because they recognized a rare coin when they saw it? This is not just a story about money. It's about opportunity, timing, and a secret hidden in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into the world of one of the most sought-after penny errors in modern American history, the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand why collectors are going wild over it, but you'll also realize that your own change jar might be hiding a fortune. Now, quick question: have you ever looked at a penny and thought, could this be worth more than my car? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because this penny is rewriting the rules of what most people think coins are worth. So, what makes this penny so valuable? To understand, we have to go back to 1998. That year, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies at their Philadelphia and Denver facilities. Every coin coming out of Philadelphia should have a P mint mark, and those from Denver, a D. But somehow, in a rare twist of fate, a batch of pennies left the press without a mint mark at all. These mistakes are called mint errors, and among collectors, they're the holy grail. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a missing letter, how can that be worth hundreds of thousands? That's exactly where the magic, and the urgency, comes in. A mint error isn't just a typo. It's a piece of history that was never meant to exist, and that rarity drives demand through the roof. Imagine a world where millions of pennies exist, but only a tiny fraction carry this invisible stamp of rarity. That scarcity is what makes serious collectors willing to pay life-changing sums. Here's a little secret: many people find themselves holding on to these pennies for decades without even knowing it. You could have walked past your fortune hundreds of times on the sidewalk, in your car's cup holder, or in your kitchen drawer. And every day you wait, someone else is snatching up the ones that surface, bidding them up in online auctions, or holding them in private collections where they quietly increase in value. If you've ever thought, maybe I should look through my old coins, this is exactly the time to act. And by the way, funny thought, imagine telling your friends that the 1-cent coin in your pocket is worth almost $1 million. Their faces would be priceless. But that's not a joke. This is the reality of today's rare coin market. Collectors aren't just buying a penny, they're buying exclusivity, prestige, and a piece of American history. That's why the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is so highly sought after. And right now, the market value stands at a staggering $989,000. Almost $1 million for a coin that most of us have taken for granted for decades. The demand is insane, the competition is fierce, and time waits for no one. Here's the most exciting part: you don't need to be a professional numismatist to participate in this rare coin revolution. You don't need a vault full of gold or decades of experience. All it takes is awareness and action. Every penny you overlook in your drawer, every coin you think is worth nothing, could be the one that changes everything. Picture this: one 1998 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition could land in your hands, and suddenly your life of careful planning and aspiration could accelerate in unimaginable ways. The fear of missing out isn't just a cliché, it's real. Those who hesitated a decade ago are watching from the sidelines while others are living the lifestyle they dreamed about: luxury cars, exotic vacations, and financial freedom, all thanks to spotting the right penny at the right time. So here's the takeaway: don't wait. Check your coin collections, inspect your change jars, and look carefully for that missing mint mark. This isn't just a coin, it's a doorway to possibility. The 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is rare, highly coveted, and today's market is hotter than ever. And remember, in the world of rare coins, fortune favors the proactive. Before we wrap up, think about this: how many overlooked treasures are sitting in your home right now, waiting for the moment you finally notice them? One small action could turn a forgotten penny into nearly $1 million prize. If you've ever dreamed of taking control of your financial destiny with rare coins, now is the time. The market is hungry, the demand is high, and your next move could be life-changing. Don't let your fortunes slip away while others claim it. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that, for decades, has been tucked away in a dusty drawer, a forgotten corner of your life. It looks ordinary, just a Lincoln penny, 2005, no mint mark. But what if I told you this tiny, seemingly worthless coin could be your ticket to nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, $916,000. I know it sounds like a scene from a movie, but for collectors and investors in rare coins, this is reality. And if you've ever wondered whether something you own could transform your financial life overnight, you're about to find out. Now, before we dive in, ask yourself, have you ever casually tossed change into a jar, thinking nothing of it, only to later discover one of those coins is worth more than your car? Feels unbelievable, doesn't it? Well, today, we're going to explore one of the rarest coin errors in modern American history, the 2005 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. You might be holding the financial equivalent of a lottery ticket in your hand and not even know it.so what makes this penny extraordinary. The 2005 Lincoln penny with no mint mark is not just rare, it's a manufacturing anomaly. In a world where billions of coins roll out of the US Mint each year, only a handful have escaped with this unique error. That's right. While millions of standard 2005 pennies exist, the no-mint mark variety is so scarce that collectors around the world would do anything to get their hands on one. It's the perfect storm of rarity, history, and desire. Let me paint a picture. You walk into a coin show or an estate sale, and there it is, a 2005 penny, plain, unassuming, but unlike any other. The person in the booth glances at it, shrugs, and hands it to you. And in that moment, your heartbeat races, because you realize you may be holding an item worth nearly $1 million. Suddenly, what seemed like a simple piece of change has become a symbol of opportunity, exclusivity, and instant prestige. This isn't just a coin, it's proof that sometimes, the universe rewards patience, curiosity, and attention to detail. And here's the kicker, unlike stocks, which rise and fall unpredictably, or luxury cars, which depreciate the moment you drive them off the lot, a rare coin like this grows in value because of one unchanging fact, its scarcity. The 2005 no-mint mark penny doesn't just exist in circulation, it exists in demand. Collectors are constantly searching for it, and each passing year makes it harder to find, driving the value even higher. Imagine sitting on a treasure that becomes more precious every day. But let's have a little fun here. If you dropped this penny on the sidewalk, and someone picked it up thinking it was just a penny, you might need to convince them with, actually, that little guy could pay off your mortgage. Picture the look on their face. That's the kind of power and thrill rare coins hold, mixing excitement, envy, and a little disbelief all at once. Now, here's the critical part. If you own a 2005 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The market for this penny is white-hot. $916,000 is not just a number, it's proof of the tremendous value that rare coins command in today's collector's world. And opportunities like this don't wait. They disappear into private collections, auction houses, and vaults, sometimes forever. Think about it, one simple coin, hidden in plain sight, could provide financial freedom, the ability to invest in your dreams, or secure a legacy for your family. And the fear of missing out isn't just a cliche, it's very real. Every day that passes, there's a chance your coin could be scooped up by someone else, leaving you wondering, was that my $1 million moment? So, what should you do next? First, verify your coin. Look closely, no mint mark, perfect 2005 Lincoln profile. Then, consult a reputable coin grader or auction house. The world is full of collectors, investors, and enthusiasts who will pay top dollar for this rarity. And when it finally sells, you won't just be cashing in, you'll be joining an elite group of individuals who understand the incredible intersection of history, scarcity, and wealth. And here's a little secret to leave you smiling. Next time someone scoffs at the pennies in your jar, just wink and say, one of these might be worth almost $1 million. You'll never look at loose change the same way again. The 2005 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny isn't just a coin, it's a reminder that sometimes the extraordinary hides in the ordinary. It's rare, in high demand, and ready to transform the life of anyone smart enough to recognize its value. Don't let this moment slip away. Imagine holding a tiny piece of history in the palm of your hand, a coin so rare, so unique, that it could turn an ordinary day into a life-changing moment. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and highly coveted coin errors in American history, the 2016 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like any penny you find in your couch cushions or at the bottom of your purse, but to the trained eye, this coin is a treasure of nearly $1 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, $998,000. And here's the kicker: people just like you are discovering these coins in everyday jars, drawers, and even old collections tucked away for decades. If you own even a single 2016 D Lincoln penny, the story you're about to hear could change everything. This coin is not just money, it's a doorway to legacy, to wealth, and to the thrill of uncovering something others have overlooked. It carries the kind of excitement that makes collectors' hearts race and investors' eyes light up. And while some might scoff, saying, "It's just a penny," remember, one tiny misstrike at the Denver Mint created a coin so rare that it commands attention from the world's top collectors. If you've ever dreamed of unlocking hidden wealth sitting quietly in your home, now is the moment to pay attention. Let's rewind for a moment and understand what makes this coin so extraordinary. The 2016 D Lincoln penny era is not your everyday, "Oh, the year is wrong" mistake. This coin has a perfectly identifiable D Mint mark anomaly, a subtle yet unmistakable misplacement that renders it nearly one of a kind. Think of it like a signature from history itself, an error that occurred during production but was never intended to exist. It's the kind of rarity that turns ordinary collectors into legends overnight. Now, here's a little secret most people don't know: these pennies don't come to market often. They are hidden in bulk rolls, forgotten drawers, or piggy banks, sometimes passing through generations without anyone realizing their value. Imagine discovering a coin that could sell for nearly $1 million while cleaning out your attic. That feeling, your heart skipping a beat, your mind racing, is exactly why collectors and investors clamor for these coins. And yes, the market is hot. Demand is soaring, and the window to act is closing faster than you might think. And quick question: when was the last time a single penny could literally make your financial year in an instant? Exactly. That's why attention to detail matters. This coin is proof that fortune favors the vigilant, the curious, and the patient. And for those ready to recognize its worth, there's no limit to the opportunities it can unlock. Now, let's talk about what this means for you. If you've ever held an old Lincoln penny, if you've ever wondered whether that coin jar on your shelf might be more than just spare change, this is your wake-up call. The 2016 D Lincoln penny is not just a collectible, it's a high-demand investment, a rare asset whose value continues to climb. At $998,000, it sits among the rarest and most sought-after modern coin errors in the United States. Every day, more collectors, investors, and dealers are vying for even the smallest misprints, and the reality is that timing is everything. Miss this wave, and someone else claims the fortune you could have had. Here's the truth: opportunity doesn't knock twice. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who just inherited a coin collection, recognizing the significance of a 2016 D Lincoln penny could be transformative. And here's a fun thought: imagine telling friends, "I found this in my old coin jar," while watching jaws drop and eyes widen in disbelief. That's not just wealth, that's a story worth telling, a moment of triumph, a legacy you can pass down. So, what should you do next? Examine your collection, check old coin rolls, and consult reputable graders and auction houses. Every detail matters, every second counts, and every penny could hold the key to unlocking a life-changing fortune. The market is waiting, collectors are watching, and your chance to act is now. Don't let this slip by. History has already marked this coin as extraordinary, and fortune favors those who recognize it. Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, a tiny, unassuming penny that most people would toss into a jar or leave forgotten in a drawer. But this isn't ordinary. This is the 2017 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny error, a coin so rare, so unique, that it has been commanding jaw-dropping prices in today's collector's market. You might think pennies are worthless. After all, who notices a single cent these days? But this tiny piece of copper has a story that could make you rethink everything you know about hidden treasures in your own home. And here's the kicker: the current market value? $971,000. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly $1 million for a penny. Now, before you start digging through old jars of coins, let me ask you, have you ever wondered how ordinary objects hide extraordinary secrets? Or how an error that most would consider a flaw can turn into the key to unimaginable wealth? Today, we're going on a journey, and by the end of this video, you might just find yourself looking at your old coins with entirely new eyes. Let's rewind for a moment. In 2017, the United States Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. Most followed the exact specifications, minted with precision and perfection. But in a small number of cases, an error occurred, a mint mark misplacement, a tiny anomaly in the metal stamping, a quirk that should have been invisible to the human eye. And yet, this imperfection created something extraordinary. Collectors and investors across the country are in a frenzy over the 2017 D mint mark error penny because it's not just rare, it's practically a unicorn in the coin world. Its scarcity drives demand, and demand drives astronomical prices. Imagine sitting at a dinner party, casually dropping into conversation that you own a coin worth nearly $1 million. People will stare. They'll be amazed. And honestly, a little envious. Here's the thing. The market for rare coins isn't just about nostalgia or hobbyists. It's about real, tangible wealth. And every day you wait could be costing you thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Scarcity is your friend here, but only if you act. Think about the irony. A coin designed to be 1 cent is now worth hundreds of thousands. If you had found one, would you pass it off as spare change? Let me pause here, because I know what you're thinking. Sure, that's cool, but what does this mean for me? Well, my friend, it means that the potential to turn forgotten pennies into life-altering wealth isn't a dream. It's reality. And the best part? There are millions of Americans sitting on old coins right now, unaware that some could be their ticket to financial freedom. Here's a little humor to reset our minds. Imagine going to Starbucks and paying for your $7 latte with a coin that's worth almost $1 million. The barista would either faint or call the FBI. Either way, it's a good story. But jokes aside, this is the very essence of hidden opportunity. Something small, overlooked, but immensely powerful. Now, let's connect the dots. You've seen the proof. The 2017 D mint mark Lincoln penny error exists. Collectors are desperate to find it, and the market value is stratospheric. The excitement isn't just about owning a rare coin, it's about realizing the hidden potential in everyday objects, about recognizing opportunity where others see nothing. So, what should you do if you suspect you might have one of these pennies tucked away in a drawer, a jar, or a forgotten coin album? First, don't panic, handle it carefully. Second, get it professionally appraised. Third, understand that you are now part of an elite group of people who hold a piece of history that could very well change your life. And finally, remember this, in the rare coin world, timing is everything. The market moves fast, and coins like this don't stay hidden for long. Here's the urgency. Millions of coins are produced each year, but the number of collectors willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for an error penny is limited. Every day that passes, more people discover this treasure. Every day, the chance for someone else to sell their coin, and potentially strike gold, grows. Don't let hesitation steal your opportunity. In the end, this isn't just a story about a coin. It's a story about vision, timing, and the courage to recognize value where others see none. Your forgotten pennies could be more than just metal. They could be the key to financial freedom, excitement, and a taste of a wealthy lifestyle that most only dream about. The 2017 D Lincoln penny isn't just rare, it's life-changing. And right now, it could be waiting for you. Imagine this, a single Lincoln penny, minted in 2020, quietly sitting in someone's drawer, suddenly worth nearly $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But for collectors and investors who know the secrets of rare coins, this is reality. And today, we're diving into one of the most astonishing coin errors in modern U.S. history, the 2020 D mint mark Lincoln penny error. Most people dismiss pennies as pocket change. But not this one. This isn't just a coin. This is a ticket. A tangible piece of history with the potential to transform wealth. turn ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires, and redefine the way we look at money. The truth is, the window to cash in is closing fast, and if you have one in your possession, or know someone who does, you need to pay attention now. Let's step back and understand what makes this penny so extraordinary. In 2020, the US Mint produced billions of pennies. Yet a rare few slipped through the cracks with a misaligned D-mint mark, creating an error so subtle, so precise, that only the trained eye, or an experienced collector, can spot it. This wasn't just a mistake, it was history in the making. And while ordinary pennies might clutter your drawers, this penny has captured the hearts and wallets of serious investors, skyrocketing its value to a staggering $956,000 in today's market. You might be thinking, $956K? That's insane. How could a penny be worth that much? Let me ask you this. How much is a mistake worth if it's the one mistake everyone wants? The excitement, the thrill, the rush of discovering something so rare, these are emotions that collectors live for. And here's the secret: demand is off the charts. Auction houses are scrambling. Millionaires are bidding fiercely. People are paying top dollar for something most of us toss aside. Yes, I said millionaires, and yes, they're all looking for your penny. Now, let me interrupt your scrolling brain for a second. Picture a squirrel with a tiny briefcase trying to negotiate with Wall Street. Funny, right? But in a way, that's exactly what's happening in the coin world. Collectors and investors are hunting relentlessly, and if you're holding this 2020 D-Mint mark penny, you are sitting on a gold mine, literally. The value is not just a number, it's a story of scarcity, precision, and the kind of wealth that can alter a life in a single transaction. But here's where it gets even more compelling: the market is hotter than ever. The appetite for rare US pennies has exploded. And with so few of these errors verified by grading services, each one that surfaces is like striking oil. Imagine your family heirloom, your old change jar, suddenly being the key to a six-figure, or near $1 million, fortune. The fear of missing out is real. Those who hesitate risk watching their treasures sold to someone else, someone who saw the value before they did. The journey of this coin is more than just monetary. It's a story of recognition, timing, and luck. Picture this: a single penny crosses the wrong path at the right time, ends up in the hands of someone paying attention, and suddenly, a routine coin becomes the most coveted item in the collector's market. And that's the thrill. That's why the 2020 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's irreplaceable. So, if you're watching this and thinking, maybe I have something similar tucked away, don't underestimate it. Take action. Get it appraised. Have it graded. Because when a coin like this appears, the world of collectors, investors, and millionaires will stop at nothing to secure it. The opportunity is fleeting, and hesitation could cost more than just money. It could cost a once-in-a-lifetime moment. In the end, the 2020 D-Mint mark penny isn't just an error, it's an icon of possibility, a tangible symbol that wealth can be found in the unlikeliest of places. And while most see pennies as trivial, only those who understand rarity, precision, and timing truly grasp the potential of this small, copper disc. You could be holding more than change. You could be holding the key to your next big life chapter. So, look closely. Examine every coin in your collection. That ordinary penny might just be extraordinary. And remember, every moment you wait, someone else is chasing what could be yours. The 2020 D-Mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a story, it's a revolution, and you have the chance to be part of it.